Come on, son.
Raphael on the track.
Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. From visionary filmmaker Spike Lee, the writers Charlie Wachtel, David Rabinowitz, Spike Lee, and Kevin Wilmot comes the incredible true story of an American hero. In the early 1970s, Ron Stallworth, played by John David Washington, becomes the first African-American detective in the Colorado Springs Police Department. Determined to make a difference, he bravely sets out on a dangerous mission: infiltrate and expose the Ku Klux Klan. He recruits a seasoned colleague, Flip Zimmerman, played by Adam Driver, into an undercover investigation. Together, they team up to take down the extremist organization aiming to garner mainstream appeal. Produced by the team behind Academy Award-winning Get Out, Black Klansman offers an unflinching, true-life examination of race relations in 1970s America. This movie is rated R. Available now on digital, on 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and DVD November 6th from Universal Pictures Home Entertainment. Come on, son. Hey, what the fuck is the deal, everybody? See, Love a Show. Y'all know who it is. It's me again, back with Come On, Son, the motherfucking podcast. I am Ed Lover, and I am the self-proclaimed king of podcasts. No, I'm not. That would be Combat Jack. Rest in peace, the overseer and the overlord of every podcast that I do, and the man that gave me this gift that I like to share with the world, that I call podcast. And I'm sitting here in Chicago, Illinois, overlooking the lake on Lakeshore Drive North, shooting, just shooting the shit with y'all and doing my podcast live, chilling, having a good time, enjoying my life. Tomorrow is election day, so everybody make sure that they go out and vote. I can't stress enough to you why it's important for you to vote. I think I said that in the last podcast that I did. I was talking about the importance of voting. And, historically, our forefathers gave up a lot in order for you to have the right to vote, especially African Americans and women and minorities in this country. For a long time, they wouldn't let us vote. And if you can't vote, then you can't change things. Like, laws are made by lawmakers. They get together and they get together and we're going to do this and I'm going to do that. We're going to do that. And they're making laws for an entire country. But if you are kept out of the fact that you can vote, then how could you change anything? And now that we have the right to vote, we should exercise it. For a long time, a lot of people in this country did not have the right to vote. Don't get fooled about what the United States of America was once all about. It was a country based on whatever white men wanted it to be based on. Women didn't have the right to vote, so that just means to them, you are a piece of fucking property. You can't vote. You can't change laws. Well, what we think is best. And what we think is best for you, including your right to whether or not you want to have an abortion. We think what's good for you and what's good for your body. As white men in America, we know what's good. And we're going to tell you what the laws are. Okay? That's how America works. Black folks know, yeah, you can have freedom, but separate freedom from our freedoms, and you can't vote. So you can't help enact any laws. Whatever law we pass, you just fucking got to live with it. Even if we say nobody could marry anybody else that wasn't of the same race. That's how America worked. It was the land of white men. If you are white and you're a man, this is history, y'all. This is proven fact. This is not bullshit. This is not something that I'm making up. That's the way America was for a very, very long time. So now that you have the right to vote, now that you can go vote, why would you not exercise your right to vote? And you can vote early. And then if you're not in the state where you registered to vote, you can still vote. I'm in Chicago and I voted in Georgia because I'm registered in the state of Georgia as a registered voter in the state of Georgia. Why wouldn't I vote knowing what my forefathers went through to get me that right to vote? And they still try to take away your right to vote. I mean, well, they do take away your right to vote if they can convict you of a felony. And if you go to prison, you come home, you still can't vote. So they will do anything that they can do to keep minorities and women away from the powers that our forefathers fought for and some died for. And that is your right to vote. Ladies, Please exercise your right to vote. For so many years in America, you had no voice. All you could do was what the white man in America wanted you to do. And you couldn't have no say-so in the shit. Even if you thought the law was dead-ass wrong, you had no say-so in it. You had no say-so in even raising your children because you had no right to vote. Now that you have that right, please go out and exercise your right to vote. Very important election coming up tomorrow. So I want to see everybody get up off their asses, go out there and vote. Stop worrying about other stuff that's not going to make a difference to you in your life. Stop worrying about who did what to who and how. Stop chiming in on the motherfucking Cardi B and Nicki Minaj beef. Who gives a flying fuck? Huh? As you get older, you start realizing more things. Do y'all remember when Diddy had the Vote or Die whole campaign going? Do y'all remember that? That was dope. Vote or die. Matter of fact, speaking of my man Diddy just turned 50. Happy birthday. Goes out to Sean Combs. Man, you want to talk about a success story, man? A dude that, first of all, I can't believe that Puff is 50. Hip-hop has grown up. So damn, hip-hop has grown up, man. You look at it a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, Will Smith bungee jumped out of a helicopter to the Grand Canyon for his 50th birthday. Like, I'm looking at pictures of dudes, man, and they got gray in their beards and they got, their children are grown, and some of us are grandparents already. Like, shout out to my grandson Takai and my grandson Nicholas and my granddaughter Savannah. I'm 55. These dudes are turning 50. 50. So you think about that. When Will and them was doing Parents Just Don't Understand and you know, Brand New Funk and Summertime, they were kids. They were kids. Some of those records are 25 years old or more. More. Some of them are more than that. You think about a guy like LL Cool J, who's in his 40s right now, is getting ready to be inducted, hopefully this year, into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He started when he was 16 fucking years old, y'all. Like, I remember getting early LL shit, man. Like, you know, listening to radio and Rock the Bells and Rock the Bells, the original version, not the LL Cool J is hard as hell. There's more than one version of Rock the Bells and all the battles and everything that this dude has been through. It's just amazing how they're becoming grown and they're all, like, everybody's damn near 50. Will and Martin Lawrence is doing another Bad Boys. He's doing another Bad Boys 3. You know how long ago Bad Boys came out? That's a long time ago. Homie is 50 years old now. Legend was a long-ass time ago. Duke is 50, and Diddy just turned 50. Diddy started his career off as an intern for Uptown Records. He went to Howard University. He used to sneak on a train and sometimes hide in the bathroom because he didn't have enough money to pay for the train to get from Howard to New York to be an intern at Uptown Records. If you go, Dougie Fresh had a song. What's it called? Summertime? Summertime's Just For Us. And you can see Puff dancing. And that song, in the video, Puff takes Dougie Fresh's clothes out of the trunk of his car in plastic like he just got them from the cleaners. Puff was a backup dancer, man. You want to talk about somebody that's just been diligent and just been really, really focused on being a success. He's the man, damn, is there anything that these dudes have not done? Like, I'm so envious of the success of their careers because they've done so much in such a short period of time, and they're only 50. Think about Quincy Jones, right? Quincy Jones is, wow, Quincy Jones got to be like 80-something years old. And you think about all the success and stuff that Quincy has had over the course of the period of time of his career, and just to watch the way these guys are maturing and getting older and doing their thing. You're not the same. You are definitely not the same person as you become older. Like, from 40 to 50, the level of maturity that you have as a man is astounding. And that's why a lot of times, you just be looking, you be like, damn, these kids do this, these kids do that. You're older and you're mature. And you got a lot more to lose than other people. All that little bullshit you used to put up with when you was 25, 35, you ain't putting up with that no more. I remember telling my friends just yesterday, I was out having a cigar with my friends, and we was talking about, different forms of disrespect and beefing and, all that kind of stuff, man. And I remember we were just saying, man, I ain't fighting nobody. I'm too old for that shit. I always make a joke about it. Like, somebody hit me in my mouth, my lip is going to swell up. It'd take 6 months for the swelling to go down on my lip. You get older, you don't want to break nothing and be fighting and all that bullshit. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. And that just comes with a level of maturity. Like, you don't want to get involved in a lot of stuff. And then when you look at a guy like Diddy, you look at a guy like me, we've seen a lot of our friends die. Whether it's from a pulmonary embolism, that's what Heavy had in his leg that took his life, whether it's kidney failure and as a result, a heart attack as my man Glenn the Big Spesh Burgess had in his life, whether it's Biggie getting shot and killed at such a young age, Tupac getting shot and killed at such a young age, Randy Stretch Walker being shot and killed at such a young age, my man E Money Bags being shot and killed at such a young age, Wolf getting shot and killed at such a young age. Puff has seen his share of it. I've seen my share of it. Will Smith has seen his share of it. I'm quite sure that there's a lot of people that Will knows from Philly that he probably came up with, and somebody called him and told him, oh, yo, such and such got shot and killed last night. And it seems like it's happening more and more every day, especially to the younger people. So to even make 50, like when you think about it, like, damn, like, holy shit, like, I'm 50 years old. You really think about it. I remember when I was a kid, I used to look at what year it was going to be when I turned a certain age. Like, I knew what year it was going to be when I turned 30 and what year it was going to be when I turned 40 and what year it was going to be when I turned 50. What year it will be if God grants me his grace and I turn 60. It was like all of this stuff that just goes on through your head. What kind of person am I going to be? What kind of man am I going to be? What am I going to be doing? Where am I going to be? You watch Diddy grow, man. You watch him grow from what he was doing at Uptown, to having Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, being the person, really the cultivator behind their careers, really the person that molded and shaped that sound for Jodeci and Mary J. Blige, which is quite an accomplishment within itself, to moving on from there and having Bad Boy Records and then giving us Craig Mack and the Notorious B.I.G. and Faith Evans and Carl Thomas and everybody that he ever had on that label. Now, Little Kim and Junior Mafia were never on Bad Boy. They were signed to Entertainment, and that was a label that Biggie had with Lance Rivera. And Puff gave us Danny Kane, and then, damn, what was the group that he had? They did I forgot the name of the damn group that he had, but he was in the group. What the hell was the name of the group? Oh man, how did I forget this shit? Because Fendi had something, and Puff took care of Fendi for a while. I mean, he had the Locks. But Puff had a lot of shit. Very successful, man. The Total, super successful. 112, super successful. And artists come and artists go. Craig Mack is gone. Notorious B.I.G. is gone. Faith is no longer there. French Montana's on Bad Boy, right? Whatchamacallit is like a lot of the people. 112 was not on Bad Boy anymore. Danny Kane are getting back together, but they had broke up. Oh, the band. Remember he had the band. What was the name of the guys group that Puff had? There's a male singing group, and he had them on Bad Boy. I can't remember the name of it. I'm quite sure y'all get in the comments and tell me the name of the group. But Puff had a lot of success with Bad Boy. Now he got his son King Combs on the label. And like I said before, French Montana is part of the Bad Boy family. And Puff was able to spin this shit into a success with Sean John. Think about how long Sean John has been in the stores. This dude just turned 50. He launched Sean John a long-ass time ago. And Sean John still makes and manufactures clothes. Still. Ciroc is out, all different flavors of Ciroc, which really took the flavored vodka game to the next level. And you have Puff to thank for that. I mean, there were flavored vodkas out before Puff launched Ciroc with Diageo, okay? Before Diageo and Puff got together and really put something behind that blue dot bottle of Ciroc and started making those flavors, they were already, Smirnoff already had flavored vodkas out. And then a lot of people tried to do the flavored vodka after the success of the marketing that Puff put behind Ciroc. The Leon tequila that he got out right now is doing extremely well for him. And Puff's had some tragedies. You know, when people lost their lives at City College off the basketball game that him and Heavy D threw together. He took some L's. Biggie dying. He took some L's. You know what I mean? You're not going to be successful without, you know, some kind of something going wrong at some point. You know, he didn't talk to Mary J. Blige for a long time because he signed Faith and Pattern Faith right after the same thing that he had did for Mary J. Blige. And then Mary and Little Kim was tight, and then Faith married Biggie. It was just a whole fucking gigantic, big-ass mess. And Puff smack dab in the middle of it because he was Puff Daddy. He's P. Diddy. He's Diddy. Then he had Loon, remember? Then he had Mace, and Mace left and became a pastor. Then Mace came back, and then Puff, then 50 wanted to sign Mace, and Puff wanted a certain amount of money for Mace's contract, and Fifth was like, I ain't signing that. And then Fifth started going at him. He had his man Wolf. His man Wolf got shot by Meacham BMF and got killed. And that was Puff's man. Man. Like Wolf was Puff's man. Wolf and Paulie were always right there with Puff. So it hasn't been without tragedy in a man's life. And Loon is locked up right now. Loon was supposed to be next on Bad Boy. He had Loon. Loon was dope. Dope as fuck. Loon's on that I Need a Girl, writing and all of that shit for Puff, man. Dope motherfuckers. But Puff has had some tragedy in his life. He's had some failures in his life. He absolutely has. But the guy has remained diligent. He has remained strong. He has remained smart about business. And he has done his thing. And he is 50 fucking years old. I cannot believe this dude is 50. I shared so many great times with Puff. Man, it's been crazy. It's been a crazy-ass ride, man. Yeah, people like, oh, man, Puff 50, Will Smith is 50, everybody's getting older. Nah, Jay is in his late 40s. Shit. Jay-Z been around for a long time. When Reasonable Doubt came out in 96, this dude is still as relevant as ever. At damn near 50 years old. What is Jay now? 48, 49 now? Almost 50. Got kids now. I remember when Jay had no kids. When Jay was on Big Pimpin', he gave you a glimpse into the way he actually thought. You know, I love him, fuck him, leave him because I don't fucking need him. He was serious about that. Take him out the hood, keep him looking good, but I don't fucking feed him. I'm a pimp in every sense of the word, mama. You better trust and believe them. So I keep them in a cut till I need a nut. Then it's beep, beep. Let them play with the dick in the truck. You bitches think that I'm going to break bread because you got good head so you could be living it up? Shit, I parts with nothing. Y'all be fronting me, give my heart to a woman. Not for nothing, never happened. I'll be forever mad. He really, really, really meant that shit. The first chick I had seen Jay really dig like that was Aaliyah. That's the first one that I ever seen Jay-Z kind of like really start having feelings for. These dudes was playing the field hard body. Shit, Puff still ain't married. Jada got married and had mad kids with him and Beyonce. Puff still didn't get married. Still was with Cassie for like 12 years and wouldn't marry her. his kid's mother, Kim, wouldn't marry her. I don't know what it is with Puff and marriage, but I don't see the Playboy. I don't see him settling down. I don't see him at all. That's just part of it, man. I think as you just get older, you just start maturing. And when you mature, because you got so much knowledge and you've seen so many things in your life. You've seen it all. You done did damn near everything. And you're just really, really happy about where you are in life, man. And you ain't really tripping off nothing, man. I just wish that a lot of people would have lived long enough to achieve what they wanted to achieve. I often wonder what kind of artists that Biggie and Tupac would have been at this stage in their life right now. I'm just quite sure that Pac would have definitely been the biggest movie star, rap star we had ever seen. And I'm quite sure he would have been on the forefront of Black Lives Matter and everything else like that. I'm positive about it, man. It's no doubt in my mind, you know. But it got cut down, man. It got cut short, and this shit is fucked up. And, you know, an iconic dude like that, both of them, man, him and Big. Like, to me, you can't even talk about one without talking about the other one. You know, Big had entertainment. Him and Un was doing that. Big was going to manage Puff. And Puff's rap career really started taking off when Big was helping him with the No Way Out album before he got killed. It's sad to really think about it, to see Will Smith turn 50 and Puff turn 50, and to know that Tupac will never be alive for his 50th birthday. And please, with all of this shit about Tupac is still alive, man, come on. People, you know what, you can superimpose anybody with technology now. You could take somebody's head or whatever, or take a picture of them, and you know how to do it, folks. We all got cell phones now. Edit something out, put it together with something else, and make a new picture, and, oh, he's living here, and he faked his own death and all that. Nah, that's a whole bunch of bullshit, y'all. Please don't buy it and don't go for it. It's a bunch of fucking bullshit. Tupac is not alive. Tupac is not coming back. It's not going to happen. My boy has passed away, and may God rest his soul for all eternity, because he is definitely one of the greatest, and he is definitely an iconic figure in music and in television. I mean, music and film. I would have loved to see Pac do more TV, but never really got an opportunity to do it. And he was so damn good at it. The only one that I think is even close to what Pac was with TV and stuff like that is I think Drake got a good chance of doing something big when he decides to throw his hat in the ring and really become an actor, because he started that way. So I think when he really decides to get down like that, I think Drake is going to be a force to reckon with. I really, really, really seriously believe that, man. I really do. I really do. But I also want to really express to you guys once again how importante it is for your ass to vote tomorrow. So make sure that you go out there and vote. Okay? Vote for the person who you think is best, who best has the same views that you have. And look at their record. Please pay attention to their record before you cast your vote for them. Another big happy birthday goes out to Diddy, and a big happy birthday goes out to Will Smith, and happy birthday to everybody else that's having birthdays out there. I think it's still Scorpio season, and you know how y'all get about your damn birthdays. So enjoy your birthday, all right? And thank y'all, as usual, for listening to this podcast. I know it's quick today, but I got to go vote. So I have a lot of time to spend with y'all today, man. All right? And if you like it, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you tell somebody else that I have my own podcast so they can listen to. It's called Come On Son, the podcast. If you're listening, then you know it's already available on SoundCloud, and it's available on iTunes. Y'all already know that. And I got a lot of good stuff coming up. I really, really do. Be talking to one of the former fly girls from In Living Color to tell us her story. She's done so many things in her career as a dancer, and now she is still teaching dance, but she's moved on to doing other things. And her name is Josie Harris, and she was in the Remember the Time video. She's a fly girl on In Living Color, so we're gonna get the whole backstory on In Living Color and everything else. I got that coming up. Talking to one of the biggest music retailers ever in the history of the music business, and everybody knows the name George Daniels. So I'm going to be talking to George about his career in music. That's coming up. I got a lot of great interviews. I haven't done an interview in a long time. Me and Pastor Troy are supposed to sit down. I'm going to talk to Murphy Lee. Yes, Murphy Lee. You don't wonder what happened to the lunatics? You're going to find out, okay? So I got that coming up as soon as I get my ass back to Atlanta. I got Murphy Lee and Pastor Troy both on deck, ready to sit down for interviews. And I got a lot of good stuff coming up, man. So keep your ear on this podcast. A big congratulations goes out to my man Rob G, DJ Rob G, the general from out of Houston, Texas, who just started his podcast and said that I inspired him to podcast. Thank you, Jesus, man. I inspired somebody. That's all I needed right there. That's a beautiful thing. The fact that I can inspire. I've always just wanted to be an inspiration to somebody. Oh, also, I'm doing this thing with this community-based organization called Guitars Over Guns. And what we're doing is they're helping to put music back into the school. Right now, they're doing it. They have been doing it for the last 10 years. And they're doing it on a middle school level, but it's about to reach back into public school and into high school, because I'm a firm believer that music can save lives. Music saved my life, and I'm quite sure that music can save other lives, because once you start playing music, you get a better sense of self and a better sense of history, and it's not just instruments. So if you want to play instruments, you can play instruments, but it's also DJing, mixing, okay, and learning how to produce. And I got some of the best producers in the music game that have already said that they will come to Chicago and help out. So be an army of one, y'all, which means go out and volunteer, figure out what your passion is, and try to help somebody and inspire somebody. And that's a beautiful thing. And I'm happy that I was able to inspire Rob G, the general, to start his own podcast. And hopefully some of y'all out there listening, and you'll be inspired to start your own podcast. So tell somebody about my podcast, please. It's called Come On Son, the podcast. It's on SoundCloud and it's on iTunes. If you go to iTunes, just type in Come On Son, the podcast. It'll come up. And if you miss past episodes, you can catch all the episodes that I've ever done. They're all right there for you to check out, all right? Big up to my moms all the time who always listens and says, sometimes I curse too much, but Ma, this is my freedom time. I can't do this on terrestrial radio. And if you're in the Chicago area, which is one of my biggest markets, make sure you listen to me every weekday morning on 104.3 Jams from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. And yes, I am live on the radio. If you can't catch me because you don't live in Chicago, radio.com. All right, you can go to that website and type in 104.3 Jams Chicago. 104.3 Jams Chicago. And it'll come up, and then you can listen to it, okay? And remember, we're an hour back. We're Central Time, and this daylight savings shit is killing me. Oh, my God, daylight savings time. And it would just happen Saturday going into Sunday. It just seems like it's later, and then it's not late, and then you're going to bed too early because your body feels like it's the regular time for you to go to bed. Then I'm waking up in the freaking middle of the night, and it's just driving me absolutely bonkers. So this daylight savings time shit, I can't stand it. I don't know why it's necessary. Maybe I'll do some research on it and see when they first started this dumb daylight savings time crapola, okay? You know, I don't like it at all, but I do get an extra hour sleep at night. Ow, I got that extra hour in. Because I get up so early, y'all. I get up like 5 for work. But the beautiful thing is I get off early, too. So I'm podcasting today or I would already be home and in the bed. So I decided to do this right after work today. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go in there and knock this podcast out. So that's what I did. And that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. So please, and follow me on social media. Listen, I do have Facebook. It's Ed Lover Presents Come On Son. That's the Facebook page. Ed Lover Presents Come On Son. Follow me on the gram at Ed Lover. On Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Ed Lover. Follow me on Twitter, Mr. MREDLOVER. And I'm verified. So if you see any other thing and it doesn't have that blue check, it's not me. If you see any other Ed Lover on the gram and it's not blue checked, it's not me. I am verified on Twitter at Mr. Ed Lover and verified on Instagram at Ed Lover. And Ed Lover Presents Come On Son. That's the official Facebook page. Ed Lover Presents Come On Son. All right? That's the official tissue Facebook page. I'm going to say it one more time. Ed Lover Presents Come On Son. That's where you can reach me. That's where you can inbox me. That's where if you have questions or you want to ask me anything, feel free. Ed Lover Presents Come On Son. Just hit me up right there. Let's talk about it. Okay, I will hit you back. There's be a lot of people, so it takes some time because I don't do it every day. I have other responsibilities, but I will eventually get back to you. And if you're an artist and you're looking for management or somebody to quote unquote put you on, I'm not it. I'm not into that no more. Okay, I don't do that. If you just want me to critique your music, though, I'll listen to it, and I'll give you my honest opinion. But I'm not trying to manage nobody. I'm not. If you're not already willing to pour money into your own ass, then don't ask me to pour none of my money into it, all right? I've been down that road before, and it's a thankless situation, and then people get on, and they just fucking forget about you, and then you don't want to sign a contract with me, and you don't want to do all of that stuff, but you want me to put in the work and well, you know, people, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. So if that's what you want, don't bother sending me your music. But if you want somebody just to listen to it from an OG's perspective and give you my honest opinion, I'll do that. But other than that, all the rest of that shit, don't do it, all right? Follow me at Ed Lover. That's the Instagram, verified. At Mr. Ed Lover, Twitter, verified. Ed Lover Presents Come On Son. That's the Facebook page. All right, y'all. Y'all keep God first. Everything else will fall into place. I will talk with you, at you, and to you next Monday. Be good if you can't be good. Be careful. If you can't be careful, name your baby Ed Lover. Till the next time we ride together, slide together, laugh out loud together, Ed Lover saying bye-bye. I'll talk to y'all next week. Have a great week, and God bless you. Come on, son. Now get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. From visionary filmmaker Spike Lee, the writers Charlie Wachtel, David Rabinowitz, Spike Lee, and Kevin Wilmot comes the incredible true story of an American hero. In the early 1970s, Ron Stallworth, played by John David Washington, becomes the first African-American detective in the Colorado Springs Police Department. Determined to make a difference, he bravely sets out on a dangerous mission: infiltrate and expose the Ku Klux Klan. He recruits a seasoned colleague, Flip Zimmerman, played by Adam Driver, into an undercover investigation. Together, they team up to take down the extremist organization aiming to garner mainstream appeal. Produced by the team behind Academy Award-winning Get Out, Black Klansman offers an unflinching, true-life examination of race relations in 1970s America. This movie is rated R. Available now on digital, on 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and DVD November 6th from Universal Pictures Home Entertainment. This Ed Lover podcast is being done in conjunction with Cigars International. Make sure you check out cigarsinternational.com for all your cigar needs.
This episode of Come On, Son, the podcast is produced and engineered by co-executive producers Kimana Paulus and Krista Hayes. Recorded at Mean Street Studios in downtown Atlanta, Georgia. This is an official Loudspeakers Network podcast.